Imagine this. 300 people in a fairy tale garden, string quartet playing, champagne flowing, and the mother of the bride leans over with that proud, teary smile and says, "Your sister's wedding is perfect, Mia. When is your turn?" I looked her straight in the eyes, clinked my glass so the whole table went quiet, and answered loud enough for the microphone to catch it. "It already happened, Mom, 6 years ago. You just chose not to come." The violin screeched. Someone dropped a plate. My mother's face turned the color of the white roses behind her. This is the full, unfiltered story of the wedding my family pretended never happened, and the revenge that finally forced them to watch every single second of it.
My name is Mia Harper. I'm 32 now, but the pain started way before I could even spell the word favoritism. Sophia is 4 years younger, and from the day she was born, the sun rose and set on her. I'm not exaggerating. Mom kept a literal spotlight, a pink one, in the living room for Sophia's dance recitals at home. My science fair trophies stored in the garage because they collect dust. When I was 16 and got accepted into one of the best art schools in the country on full scholarship, Mom's reaction was, "That's nice, honey, but Sophia has a stomachache. Can you drive her to the doctor?" Every milestone of mine got swallowed by Sophia's emergencies, Sophia's achievements, Sophia's everything. By the time I was 24, I had stopped telling them good news. It hurt less that way.
Then I met Ethan at a tiny coffee shop where I was sketching logos for freelance clients. He sat down across from me, looked at my screen, and said, "That font is genius. Marry me." I laughed so hard I snorted. He still says that's the moment he fell in love. For 2 years, he showed me what it feels like to be someone's priority. Flowers on random Tuesdays, remembering how I take my coffee, listening, actually listening when I talked. When he proposed on a rainy pier with a ring he designed himself, I cried so hard I almost dropped it into the ocean. I couldn't wait to tell my family. I thought, this time they'll have to celebrate me.
I drove to my parents' house, bubbling with excitement. I showed Mom the ring. Her exact response? "It's cute." But Mia, a wedding? Really? Sophia hasn't even started dating seriously. People will think you're rushing to beat her. I stood there stunned. I explained we wanted something small, maybe 30 people, outdoors, nothing crazy. Dad finally spoke up. "Why don't you two just live together first? Save the money." I left that house feeling 2 inches tall. Ethan held me that night while I ugly cried. He said, "Baby, we don't need their permission to build our life." So we set a date, June 12th, courthouse, just us, our 2 best friends as witnesses, and tacos after. I still gave Mom one last chance. I called her and said, "We're doing it in 6 weeks. We'd love if you came." Her reply? "I have a conflict with Sophia's regional cheer competition. Send pictures." That was the moment I stopped begging.
June 12th was perfect. 78 degrees, slight breeze, wildflowers everywhere. I wore a simple lace dress I found on sale for $80. Ethan wore the same smile he's worn every day since. We wrote our own vows. I still remember his. "Mia, you are my home, my loudest cheerleader, and my quiet peace. I will choose you every single day, even the days the world forgets to." Our photographer cried behind the camera. Our friends popped cheap champagne on the courthouse lawn. We danced barefoot to an Ed Sheeran song playing from someone's phone. It wasn't big, it wasn't expensive, but it was the happiest day of my life. You'd think a mother would eventually come around. She didn't. For 6 years, Christmas cards listed Mark, Lisa,
And Sophia, Ethan and I were never added. When people asked if I was married, Mom would laugh and say, "Oh, they just did a quick thing at the courthouse. It's not official. Our first anniversary, I texted a photo. She left me on red. When I got promoted to creative director, Mom posted a 30-slide carousel of Sophia's sorority formal. Every ignored milestone felt like a fresh slap. Ethan kept saying, "Their loss, babe." But watching the man I love be treated like he didn't exist was killing me slowly. Then Sophia got engaged to Ryan Whitmore. Old money, country club family, trust fund the size of a small country. Suddenly, my mother morphed into a wedding general. $180,000 budget, private villa in Tuscany booked for a week, custom Vera Wang, 3-day welcome party. I was told I had to fly to Paris for dress fittings on my dime because the bridesmaids need to match perfectly. Every family group chat was 300 messages a day about centerpieces and signature cocktails. And every single time, Mom would end the call with, "Mia, please don't make this about you." I stopped responding after a while. That's when the plan started forming.
I didn't want to scream. I wanted them to feel exactly what I felt for 6 years, invisible on the happiest day of their lives. Step 1. I hired a professional editor and turned our courthouse footage into a cinematic 8-minute short film. Added slow motion, orchestral music, voiceovers of our vows, even drone shots we went back and filmed on our 5th anniversary. Step 2. I got my hands on the master AV schedule for Sophia's reception. The family tribute slideshow was set for 9:15 p.m., right after the father-daughter dance when emotions were highest. Step 3. I became best friends with Luca, the Italian AV coordinator. An envelope with €2,000 and a bottle of his favorite grappa made him very cooperative. Step 4. I had backup copies on 5 different USBs hidden in 5 different purses. No mistakes allowed.
Tuscany, 9:12 p.m. The lights dim. Sophia is glowing after her dance with Dad. Mom stands up, tears already flowing, ready to give her speech about my perfect little girl. The screen lights up. Our wedding song starts playing, Perfect, by Ed Sheeran, the acoustic version. First shot, me walking toward Ethan, holding grocery store daisies, smiling so big my cheeks hurt. Text on screen. Quote, "Some love stories don't need a castle. They just need 2 hearts that refuse to quit." Cut to our vows. My voice cracks as I say, I spent my whole life being told I wasn't enough. You look at me like I'm everything. The entire villa goes dead silent. You could hear 300 people breathing. Then the bombshell slide. Side-by-side photos. Left, Sophia's $50,000 wedding gown. Right, my $80 dress. Caption, one cost more than a house. The other cost nothing and gave me everything. Final frame, Ethan and me kissing under the courthouse oak tree. Gold text fades in. To my family who forgot, happy 6th anniversary today. Love always, Mr. and Mrs. Harper, June 12th, 2019.
The lights came up. Mom looked like she'd been punched in the soul. Sophia started shrieking in Italian at the AV guy. Ryan just stared at the floor. But then, something incredible happened. My Aunt Carla, Mom's sister, who I hadn't spoken to in years, stood up and started clapping. Slowly at first, then the whole table joined. Within 30 seconds, half the villa was on their feet applauding us. People I barely knew came up crying, hugging me, asking why they were never invited.
Phones were out. Our video was already going viral among the guests. Mom tried to pull me into a hallway. She was shaking. You humiliated your sister on her wedding day. I looked at her and finally said everything I'd swallowed for 20 years. No, Mom, you humiliated me on my wedding day and every day after. Tonight, the world just caught up. Sophia ended up cutting her cake an hour late, mascara everywhere. Ethan and I, we renewed our vows at midnight under those same Tuscan stars, surrounded by 200 new supporters who chose us that night.
It's been 14 months since that night. Mom has tried reaching out exactly 3 times, always with "you owe your sister an apology." I don't answer. Sophia blocked me on everything. Fine by me. Ethan and I bought our dream house with the money we never had to spend on a big wedding. Every June 12th, we throw a huge anniversary party. Potluck style, backyard lights, 200 of our people. And every year, more families show up, the ones who finally opened their eyes. I'm not bitter anymore. I'm free.
If you've ever been the forgotten one, the erased one, the wait your turn one, please hear me. Your story matters. Your love matters. Your day matters. You don't need their permission or their spotlight to shine. Sometimes the best revenge is simply living so happily that they have no choice but to see what they missed. Drop a heart emoji below if this story hit your heart. Comment right now. What city or country are you watching from? And tell me, was my revenge too much, just right, or not enough? I read every single one. If this made you feel seen, smash that like button, share it with someone who's been made to feel small, and hit subscribe. Turn on the bell so you never miss another story of betrayal turned into triumph. I'm Mia Harper, and this is the day I stopped waiting to be chosen and started choosing myself. See you beautiful people in the next one. I love you.